And we are live with another episode of the Keeg Talks. It's that show brought to you by the Keeg where we talk about different topical things every other weekend. And today, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, right? Yeah, September 24th. We're here to talk about Harley Quinn Season 3, which literally just ended. It just ended. And so...
last week?
Did it end last week or this week?
Last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am your host, Dimitri Pereira. Let me introduce my my guest for today. We got the illustrious Ben Torres.
Illustrious.
I'm throwing out adjectives.
I'm illustrious.
You got the big words out tonight, gang. Look at that.
ACT words. Yeah.
Could it also be a pun that you're an illustrator? Perhaps.
Ooh.
Ooh.
An illustrator who never posts art.
You gotta post some more art. Your art's good.
Thank you. I try. It's just a hobby. I just do it for fun.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I draw too.
It's like,
but
do it
more rare.
You should do it for fun. You shouldn't do it for like other people. Do it for like fun. Don't do it for like fame and fortune.
I mean,
unless somebody offers me a large sum of money.
Unless you can get like super rich, then totally go for it, King.
Yeah. If you're watching the live stream, you don't know, or you know who's talking right now. Even the person I didn't introduce, you know exactly who's talking. If you're listening to the watching the live stream, that's twitch.tv or youtube.com/The Keeg Show. But if you're listening to the podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, you can't see who is talking because you can't see anything. We got Blue Lambert, aka Crybaby Blue, up in here. What's up?
Hi guys.
You're the newest addition to the Keeg guest list. This is your second show.
I've been enjoying it.
This is your second show, and it's your second show in 1 week.
I know, dang. I know when you asked me, like, we're going to talk about Harley Quinn, I'm like, I'm going to be there. I am there for my girls, okay? Ride or die Harley Quinn until the end of days. She just had her 30th anniversary, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, for anyone out there who doesn't know, it's super interesting when this happens. Normally, all these comic book characters start in the comics, they come onto the screen, right? But, like, Harley did not start in the comics. She got her first debut in 1992's Batman animated series and became like a super popular character. Her and Renee Montoya are like the two big Batman characters that started in that show and then came over to the comics later.
Her, Renee Montoya, and Nora Freeze.
Really?
Two?
Okay.
Yeah, because that wasn't Mr. Freeze's origin before.
Was it just a guy who just liked ice?
Bye.
Pretty much.
That's like
the old origins for Batman villains weren't so sympathetic. It was just like, I'm the Riddler and I can't stop making riddles to, like, you know, get Batman to catch me.
No, it was quite, I believe, I don't even think he was Mr. Freeze. He was like Mr. Negative or something.
Mr. Zero, I think. It was
Mr. Zero, yeah.
Like
it was something
Dr. Zero, which sounds like a
It was something like that.
Yeah.
But he was also in the 60s TV show. And speaking of the 60s TV show, there's another character in Harley Quinn who originated on TV that was cross-promoted. She was introduced in season 2 during the college episode, Miss Barbara Gordon. Another character who was cross-created for the TV and the comics to launch at the same time.
Oh, for the 60s show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, if she never showed up, Corey and Dick would be together.
She was before Corey.
It doesn't matter if she just stayed in her lane.
She was before Corey. She was kissing on him before.
Blue.
This isn't
Starfire Nightwing fan, right, Blue?
I'm a Dick Babs, but I don't mind whatever their ship name is. I don't mind it.
It's either
they're
Dickory.
Also hot.
Some people say it Dickory or Nightfire or Star. No, Nightfire.
People say Dick Babs, Dick Corey. Like people.
I read it as Dickory.
Yeah. Hickory Dickory Dock.
Yeah.
I don't
mind.
Dickory I don't mind Dickory, but I am a Dickory shipper in Titans. The Titans HBO Max show. I am a Dickory shipper. That's where I need it the most.
Okay, we're gonna have to do a whole when the premiere of the new Titan season starts. we're gonna have to do an episode because I have so much to talk about for that show and my feelings, but I want to talk about Harley Quinn, obviously.
Yeah.
Because if we start steamrolling into Titans, I'm gonna go so hard, so fast. I swear to God.
Trust me, against my better interest, I will be doing a Titans season.
Oh, you've got to get me on the Titans
like,
episodes.
I hate I keep. This is a side thing, but like I always hope the Titans is gonna get better and it never does. And I watch every single episode.
It doesn't.
Out of the big DC shows on HBO Max that have like the most streaming numbers is probably it is Titans is number one. I think Harley Quinn and then Young Justice. Yeah. I think the funny thing is every time Titans start strong in those first 3 episodes each season, and then they just go off the rails. But then to contrast with Harley Quinn. The Young Justice stays consistent the whole season, and Harley Quinn is just like great episode. Back to back.
Don't forget Doom Patrol. Don't forget Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol
stays.
I didn't bring up Doom Patrol because I haven't watched it. I have technically. I started it when it first came out, but then like I just was like tired and sad.
No, so I didn't finish season 3 of Doom Patrol because I mean it's weird, so it's not like. It's one of those things like when you get on a roll, but when you stop, you're like, okay, I'll pick it up at some point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I need to watch it just so it doesn't get canceled because it is good TV.
Yeah.
Frasier is fantastic.
Yeah. I want to shout out. Oh, sorry. What's up?
I was gonna say Diane Guerrera.
Yeah.
The actress for Crazy Jane. She was in Encanto, and I'm really hoping that helps to promote Doom Patrol because they both love working on that, and Brendan Fraser is coming back into film too.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that they've helped to promote another season. So y'all, stream Doom Patrol.
Oof, I'm in love. With Diane Guerrera.
I feel like every time we bring up an actress, Keeg is like, "Oof, I love her." Like,
yeah. Let me put a line. Like, I got to put that line up. The Keeg loves everybody, all and everybody. Dimitri picks his favorites, but like, so you got to understand, Dimitri is different than the Keeg. You know what I mean?
True.
So the Keeg loves
people.
all.
They're 2 different people.
Like the Keeg is the brand. You know. And Dimitri has his crushes. Okay, fair.
Dimitri has his crushes.
Yeah.
I had explained that person recently. Yeah.
I want to shout out though a couple people on Twitch right now because we got some cool people tuning in. We got that one wizard kid that's out there. We got the skilled baritone 17.
Rush! Yay! I love Rush.
Skilled baritone says, y'all, I need in on Titans because crying face.
Oh my God, yes. We're going to have to do one. We're all going to have to do one, guys.
Yeah. We also got Midnight Shadow 88 out there. These are first-time viewers, first-time callers, maybe long-time fans, not quite sure.
Welcome in.
Give us a like and a follow. If you haven't already followed Blue and Ben on social media, definitely go follow them. And then, you're here on Twitch, might as well do a little clickety-click. Midnight Shadow says
subscribe.
Yeah. Well, I think subscribe costs you something, right? So you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You just click follow.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can. I believe you can subscribe.
Yeah, you get like 1 free subscribe or something.
Make that 1 free subscribe to the Keeg.
Midnight Shadow 88 says DC animated is always on point. I mean, yeah, the live action stuff's hit or miss, but animated
severely.
Animated, that's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
Speaking of animated bread and butter, oh my God, this season of Harley Quinn was so fucking good.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's get on back. Let's get on track.
Oh my God, this season was so good.
Yeah.
If there's
every episode.
The one thing that I was like, wow, they're really shitting on live action shows, just like live action shows in general. A healthy relationship being depicted. Being depicted with 2 people who are broken, sad individuals. That was like, I was like, wow, this is so refreshing. And of course, it's my faves. Harley and Ivy.
Okay, so because we've all seen the ending, obviously. Because in the trailer for the season 3, they very much teased the tension between Harley and Ivy. And going into this season, I thought to myself, if they break up, I'm literally going to throw myself out a window
Yeah.
because I
Right.
watched 2 seasons of them pining for one another
Yeah.
just for them to break up.
Yeah.
So the fact that they didn't, and the fact that they had like a sit down discussion talking about, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through, I'm trying to figure myself out, I really need your support, I really want you to be there for me though, is this all right? Healthy communication, I love it. I love to see it. I love to see healthy communication in a relationship. 20 out of 10.
Yeah, it's so funny because even with the comedic, raunchy tone of this show, it's still able to deliver actual emotional moments, and then also like be able to make fun of this like meta commentary that they do, right? And then also like, I don't know, there's layers to it. It just makes you think. Like, I'm just throwing something out there. Harley needs therapy, but like she gets therapy through
She's
giving
also a
therapy,
therapist.
right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like she gives therapy and it helps her in return.
This
right?
is one of the few depictions of Harley Quinn that takes every aspect of her character and like just steamrolls it into one solid depiction. Because she's like silly and goofy and is a go-getter and doesn't always think things through, and it's all of that while also being a very intelligent woman. She has her PhD, she uses her PhD, and she used it a lot this season. She did therapy on herself, she did therapy on Ivy, she did therapy on big one, Bruce Wayne.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh my goodness, that episode was like...
I normally hate those type of episodes.
Wow.
I hate dream world. I hate like going into the mind type episodes of any series of anything. But this one worked, and it made me feel it hurt me. It hurt me.
The writers on this show just put their fucking dick on the table and we're like, we're writing the fucking best show.
They literally put dick on the table for this episode.
They did. They did.
They understand, I feel, the crux of these characters, because they also they talked about Bruce's trauma, and they talked talking about how like this is the one memory that he hyperfixates on a lot, and I'm like, this, and so it's preventing him from like having other memories. Yeah. And I think that the fact that he went to the movie, and also the fact that Selena showed up to support him, even though she stole the pearls at the end, which we loved to see it.
But she put them back in his pocket. She put them back in his pocket.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I didn't see that part. Okay.
She's there and she supports him. I'm a big Selena and Bruce shipper. I love them together. They're not the main couple in the show, but you know, if we got some more of them in later seasons and we got them like ending up together, I would not complain at all. I really wouldn't. The fact that she wore the tiara that he got her, I was like, that's good. That's good stuff.
By the way, I just wanted to shout this out, just the fact that like getting you, Ben, and Blue on the same episode, it's so much chaos. It's just, it's like, you guys just
leave us
which
be.
is great. No, keep doing what you're gonna. We can burn Twitch down if you want to. Like if that's what happens.
Let me grab my lighter.
Like,
okay.
Listen,
you guys are same side of the same coin.
I am a Batcat shipper through and through.
Yeah.
That is, I was a little boy when I saw Batman Returns. I was a little boy when I saw those Batman and Catwoman episodes of Batman the Animated Series. I was a little boy when I saw Catwoman and the Batman. And the Batman 2004, not the Batman 2020.
Yeah, it's like, how old are you?
What was that, last year? That was this year. Batman this year. I was a man.
Was it this year?
Yes.
It feels so long ago.
What?
It does.
It feels so long ago.
Because we did an episode on it, but I can't tell you what year this is.
That was like March, early March.
It was March.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was like, this came out like 2 years ago. No, it came out this year.
You're right. This year is when shit really started to like ramp up movie-wise, right?
Yeah. They're playing COVID catch-up. They're definitely. But I've been a Batcat shipper since I was a young man, since I was a little boy with 4 hairs on. That's a lie. I had hella hair from day one. With I was just a little boy, and I was like, these two, Endgame forever and ever. And the fact that not only is Catwoman my preferred version of Catwoman, she's black. She's a beautiful black queen. But
I will say it. There are certain characters where it's like they are so clearly POC coded. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all have seen the Winx Club, but Flora, she's Hispanic coded. As somebody who's Hispanic, I would look at her and be like, that is a Mexican girl. That is a Mexican girl right there.
And here's
okay?
the thing with Catwoman. Here's the thing with Catwoman. One of the most iconic versions of Catwoman is Batman Year One in the comics. Batman Year One, she is explicitly in Frank Miller's script black. She is black. She is. Even as a kid, I was reading this, I was like, hold on.
She is black.
This is a black woman, but she's black, right? So I don't know why she's white in The Dark Knight Returns. She's just light skinned then. But when Catwoman is black, it makes her as like, it makes her contrast Bruce really well. So like their relationship is so much like more interesting to me.
Yeah.
But in this show, they amp it up because Bruce is like a full on
simp.
Yeah, he's a full on simp for Selena.
He's the full on 1%.
As you should be. For Catwoman, you see how she was looking? So the episode with Music Meister where Music Meister comes in and you have them sing that song to each other, I was like, I was like stabbed in the heart because I was just like,
it was like literally, I'm gonna die.
And Alfred hired Music Master, right?
Alfred did. Alfred is so good in the show, but when they decided to break up, I was just like, oh, this hurts me, but they're not emotionally mature enough. So when Selena pops up at the premiere, and she's like, I don't like seeing you hurt like this. Yeah. And then she gives him the pearls in the end. I was like, there's hope for me. There's hope for my fans.
It's like, okay, we have solace. The world will be right. Things will be right in the world again. Things will be right in the world again. Okay? They truly will be.
The thing about this show is that like the characters are a little shifted. And I remember watching the first episode being like, okay, this is the take on these characters. First it irked me, and then it took me like one episode to like get into it. Be like, Commissioner Gordon is just kind of a dumb alcoholic kind of guy. In this universe, that's how he is. That's what they're focusing on. Because on the grander scale, what ends up happening with comic books is, especially DC Comics, I've noticed this, is every character solo is the best at everything all the time. Like, Barry Allen is a super genius. Superman is a super genius. Hal Jordan, for some reason, he's just, like, outsmarting people. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Who is smarter? Who is, like, whatever? So, like, everybody has all these traits that are always positive. But in this show, they've chosen one trait, and they're going, like, full speed ahead with one thing.
They make the characters almost... They touch on aspects of the characters, I feel, that are so often overlooked. And they really touch on the fact, I love what they've done with the Joker. I love what they've done with the Joker. I know a ton of people he's not crazy. No, but it's one of those things where him becoming mayor and being a socialist makes sense. It makes sense. You have a man who's very much against the norms of society and wants to break it down. And everything that he's doing as mayor is pursuing that. It is pursuing that exact thing. And
the thing is, it goes to show his growth in the show, because Joker, season 1 and 2 Joker would not be doing this if it wasn't for his little arc in season 2 where he's just like, I want to do the best for my stepkids. I want to do the best for them.
Well, it's empathy. It's empathy and connection that changes him, right? And he did have amnesia, right? Was there like
he had amnesia.
So it's almost like, and this happens. I'm trying to draw a comparison to something else, but you have to have a clean. Oh, Krakoa in X-Men. You have to have a clean slate to finally like shed some of that bad, the guilt, the shame, the trauma, everything to like move forward, right? And so like Joker's kind of like, Joker has massacred a bunch of people, sure, and this isn't real life, and this isn't even the comics. This is like its own thing where it's like, okay, amnesia, empathy, connection makes Joker a better person because of it, right? Like, he wouldn't be a socialist if he wasn't empathetic and didn't have connection. Like, he's not a socialist in the comics.
No. If it was like the season 1 Joker through and through, he would still be like, he should have died. But this version of Joker, I'm like, I like him.
I'm very tired. I understand why the Joker has become a very iconic character. I do. Easily one of the most recognizable villains in all of comics. But it gets very one note after a while. Do you have him be, he's a maniac. He wants to kill people. He wants to KO. He wants society's downfall. And it does become very one note. Again, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I do think like they have a cool dynamic. At the same time, it gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
It really does. And they did a really great job though of highlighting something I think that also made him less wanting to be that villain is because he knows who Batman is now. He finds out in season 1 and he's like, wait, Bruce Wayne? He's like, Bruce Wayne is Batman? And then even I remember in one of the Harley Quinn episodes, Harley kidnaps Bruce and she's like, here he is, you can finally kill him. And he's like, he gets pissed at her. So once you take away that mystique, it's gone. Like he has no interest in him anymore. Right. And I love that they highlighted that in this show. And I definitely think that attributed to his growth in this season for sure. Because he didn't have that fixation anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
What I like is the Joker theme song that includes all the lines, all the iconic Joker lines he's ever said in media. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm gonna look up the lyrics. Joker, Harley Quinn lyrics. But it's like, we live in a society. You and I are destined to do this forever, or whatever that was, right? From the Killing Joke. It was so good, like it was a sitcom.
I'm glad they have moved him past the Batman obsession phase because
it definitely would have been boring to watch after a while.
That's what I'm dreading in live action. Another.
I'm sorry. When I watched the Batman 2022 movie and they did that, I love the actor. He was great as Droog, but literally I just sat there like, why?
In what?
Worse.
In Eternals. I love the actor in Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy who's playing Joker.
Yeah.
So attractive too.
Barry Keoghan? Barry Keoghan?
He's very attractive, I believe.
He's talented. I'm not jumping on that train.
I was just like, the Joker again.
We didn't need him. We didn't need him.
I know. I was like, why are you here? Why are you here? Again,
Nobody
it is that thing
dude.
where it's like, I think Joker is a great villain. I don't think he is the best villain in DC Comics. And a lot of people are like, he's the best. He's the best. And it's a very one note. He's like, because he's chaotic. Because no, there's so many other better villains. My favorite villain personally is Ra's al Ghul. He's my favorite. He will always be my favorite. I think he's such an interesting character. But again, it gets boring after a while. And that's why I love Harley Quinn, is because they took something with his character and they actually did something. Right. And I love his stepkids. I love that he was like for free healthcare. He was for bilingual children. He was like, I'm trying to make sure that all kids get great education. They learn 2 languages. And I'm like, you go.
In this show, I like Clayface a lot as just a character.
I love Clayface as a character.
He can create great, like in the comics, he can create great detective stories. But in this show, he's just a theater kid. He's just a theater kid through and through. It is so funny.
It's great.
Is so funny. Oh my god, him and King Shark are I love such a great duo. King Shark. First of all, I love the fact that King Shark is what's his name? Ronald Funches or
Ron Funches.
Ron Funches. Yeah, I think he's great as King Shark. So his added layer, his voice acting for King Shark, where King Shark just has this really lovable voice, but can also switch on a dime and start yelling and going ham is. I love King Shark in the show.
I love that. What's his name too? What's his name? Short little man. You know who I'm
Dr.
talking
Psycho.
about.
Dr. Psycho.
Yes. I love that. I do enjoy that he made an appearance again. I do enjoy that he made an appearance
and he
again.
has
I love that.
He has a podcast.
He has a podcast about growth, and I'm like, this man. Fucking man.
I just actually hope that we get versions of this King Shark and this Clayface adapted in the comics, just because
it's fun.
The comedy side of DC has been a little bit lacking lately. There hasn't been much Plastic Man. There hasn't been much, not a lot of Booster and not a lot of Gold. Like, we haven't had a lot of the comedy aspect. It's really just been Harley Quinn holding it down with the levity and the silliness. So I hope those pop in the comics. Like, I know people feel a way about that kind of horizontal marketing with the comics, but also the versions of this character in the show are very...
It makes it more fun to watch. It makes it fun, and it makes it it gives something new. And again, there is a place for those types of comics. I do think so, but we're doing something newer and fresher, and it's more exciting to see when you have something new.
Yeah, this show does something kind of like piggybacking off of what I had said earlier. This show, by picking one aspect of a character and going full speed ahead with it, this show does something very similar to what Guardians of the Galaxy did. And also by extension, the MCU does, is they realize not everybody in the room has to be the strongest, fastest, smartest, right? But pick an emotion, pick a like a personality, and go with that.
Yeah.
And then you can easily write the characters in different situations, right? You know what Rocket Raccoon would do if he worked at a Starbucks, right? If
the worst employee. Oh my God.
Yeah. Right. But like it writes itself, right? You take any of the MCU characters and you put them in different situations, and it writes itself because you can write them as like strong characters. Same goes with these Harley Quinn characters, and that's not something that DC always does. For example, Titans, the live action Titans, I couldn't tell you what Nightwing would do in a Starbucks. I can't tell you what Starfire would do or Beast Boy would do. They'd just be like, they would do whatever the
personality is either.
Speaking of Nightwing and Titans, I love that this show's version of Nightwing is a parody of the Nightwing and Titans. That is so
I love
good.
it so much. When he just like puts himself on the freaking cabinet. He's like, okay, I'm gonna kill myself. And I'm like,
just that his little fuck the macaroni. I was like, oh, they're making fun of Titans, huh?
I love it. I love it because it feels like comic Dick. It really does. It feels like there is that serious aspect of him, but it's just like, it's fun. He's like this fun guy, and I love it. I love Dick Grayson with my whole heart. I would love to see Jason Todd. This is actually...
Sorry.
Yeah,
the one scene where we think it's gonna show him kill.
Yes!
It's not,
and then he's like...
It's the what, the Villains Award?
Yeah. It's the Villains Award. Yeah. I love that. I love that so much.
I this is one of the few like shows that I feel like does like a serious, with air quotes because no one's really serious in the show, Dick Grayson well, because I feel like that's an aspect of his character that adaptions love to amp up, but then his more I'm not taking this as seriously, I'm going to joke around bits get lost. But in this show, they kind of dial that part down because it's a comedy. We already have a bunch of silly characters. So to have an insecure, I'm trying to strike it out on my own, I'm trying to be taken seriously, so I'm going to act serious version of Dick Grayson. And to have Poison Ivy be the one to help him break that down, it's just really, really great. I don't know. This show does very little wrong. Very little.
I will say, I would love to see Green Arrow and Black Canary. I would love to see them in the show. I think it would be so much fun to see the two of them. I love both of those characters so much. I think it would be really cool to see both of them. I really do.
Birds of Prey in this show would be...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. If they didn't already do it with Batman and Catwoman, Green Arrow and Black Canary would have been the simp and the... like whatever cat, you know what I mean? Like that would have just been that relationship.
I do. I love them together. I think they're great. I feel like they'd just be fun characters to have. I love the dynamic of Harley and Dinah in Injustice. I love their dynamic. I think it's really good. Yeah. Another thing though, I was kind of mad about Alec and Abby, Swamp Thing and his wife are divorced.
It's not Abby Arcane. It's Linda. Whoever Linda is.
Okay, I'm glad she's gone though, because Abby Arcane and him are like my favorite couple in the world. So I'm gonna throw hands. I will throw hands. Nora Freeze, I'm sorry he died. That was a beautiful scene. Made me sob and everything. Love my little German man.
Wait, who?
Mr.
Victor.
Freeze.
Oh yeah,
Victor.
That's right.
He died in season 2.
That's right.
That episode actually hurts me. I can't rewatch that one because I'm just like, he's so good in this episode.
Yeah. I had like a full-blown like mental breakdown when I remember watching that. Mr. Freeze to me is one of the most sympathetic villains, I feel, because his whole entire character is he wants to save his wife.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take over the world.
Harley was acting a goddamn fool, and she was trying to prove a point like, oh my God, he's taking control of Nora's fate, Nora's destiny, and then out that he's really she really has an illness. He's really just trying to help her, and Nora really loved him, and Harley was just wrong.
Like, she's like, oh.
Yeah, it is the most. It is the most like main character like fucks up in the show, and you know it works for the show. It sucks that this version of Mr. Freeze is out the gate, but it was.
I know it sucks that he's dead already, but
I mean they killed a lot of villains, right? They killed
Scarecrow in season 1.
Right. Right.
Like I do love that Bane is always just there, and he's like a punching bag.
And he has the top hat. Whenever he dresses up, he just he puts the
top. Funny because I think I love Tom Hardy, but I think his interpretation of Bane killed the character a little bit and definitely turned the character into what it is today. Because like that is the Bane that we see in the Dark Knight. That is the Bane that we see. That's where the voice comes from.
Right.
So
they borrow from a bunch of different things, though, right? Like, you know, but like, I mean, I'm still a little upset. Like when people talk about like changing races, Tom Hardy was Bane. From Santa Prisca prison. We didn't.
Bro. I got jumped on TikTok. I was like, Bane has never in live action been portrayed as a Latino. Never, ever, 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 ever.
He's
in
from
Batman and Robin.
Yes,
in Batman and Robin, in The Dark Knight Rises, and in Gotham, he was just a he
was Shane
no
Black.
sazon, no tahine, no nothing. No Goya nowhere.
You know that he has never tried mango and chili and lime in his life.
And here's the thing. Santa Prisca isn't real. So you can literally just pull any like buff Latino guy off the street and be like, boom, bang. Any buff Latino guy. And instead they're like, how do we get the most flavorless man of all time to play
a piece of white bread instead of a cookie?
They got Shane Black, the love interest in A Walk to Remember, to play Bane in Gotham. That was Shane Black. Mandy Moore, Shane Black.
Shane Whack. We need Latino Bane.
Maybe they were confused. Maybe they were like, okay, we got the Shane Black guy. And it's like, oh,
Ben, are you Latino?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Cool.
My mom is Black, my dad's Puerto Rican. I'm reverse Miles Morales.
I'm colonized, so...
Ooh, I'm sorry.
My dad colonized my mom's genes.
Oh,
I like to say. My mom is Mexican. She's indigenous Mexican. She is very dark. When I came out of the womb, it was like, whose white baby is that? They once handed my mom the wrong baby at daycare. They handed her the wrong child, and then proceeded to call her my nanny when she got handed the white baby.
I will say, I was told when I came out the womb, they did ask my mom if the dad was white, despite my mom's last name being legally my dad's last name and my last name at that point. So I was quite pale.
Yeah,
I have been. Was quite a pale child when I came out. Yeah.
But no, lightwashing is such a thing in comics, especially with the portrayal of Damian. Pisses me the fuck off. Only the Wayne Adventures comic, I think it's called, the webtoon, actually, is like the one that gives him his melanin back.
Yeah.
It's
melanin back too.
It is literally Wayne Family Adventures, the beginning of that Teen Titans run, where it was him, Aqualad, or him, Calder, Wallace, and them. And then his solo run are like the only times where Damian has the only times where he has like a hint.
Just like a hint of flavor. It's like Ra's al Ghul, literally from the Middle East. His whole entire base of operation is in the Middle East. He's literally Arab, and white. Liam Neeson.
They make him pay. Yeah. So like Liam Neeson. What's her name?
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah. You know, as like
she's French. She's French.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, and then Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. Like like there, especially in comic book adaptations, there is a history of taking characters of color and making them white. The few characters of color that they are, like Brick. I don't know if you guys know Brick from Green Arrow. Like
I do know Brick from Green Arrow.
He's literally like red orange with white cornrows, right?
Yeah, lots of cornrows. Either or, because they don't be knowing how to draw a hairstyle.
And then you know who they get in Arrow to play him?
I forgot who it was.
Vinny Jones.
Oh my God.
People are always, because but the aerial discourse, they're like, well, what would happen if we turned a person of color white? It's been happening for years.
It's always happening.
Sit down and
Julia Pennyworth and Batwoman.
I forget what Julia Pennyworth looks like in the comics, but
she's biracial with a short haircut. Yeah. She looks like looks like Halle Berry.
Is it bad that I want to see Alfred like find some love? Even if
it's not. No,
I want him to have a happy life.
The fact that Alfred, he has a whole daughter, and yet we really haven't seen her mom. What's that about?
Yeah.
So what would you guys like to see from the next season? Like now that we're kind of talking about futures, what do you guys want to see in the next season?
I want to see more Bat Fam. Because I like the fact, and I know people disagree in the comics, why is Harley hanging out with the Bat Fam all the time, right? Recently, if you take those big old covers of the whole Bat family, Harley Quinn is always there on it. Yeah. And I'm cool with that.
Them. I've seen that one.
Growth to the character is fine, and it's kind of nice to see that the end of this moves into that territory.
Yeah, this is actually funny because as I have not talked about Injustice on my TikTok account because I don't want to get jumped. But I hate the story in Injustice. I think it's kind of poo-poo doo-doo. But that is one of the first times in history where Harley Quinn is depicted as having some growth outside of being the Joker's, girlfriend. Right. So that was one of the first times they depicted her that way and then pushed her in the Bat family, which was unheard of, but it was an alternate universe. But that also gave leeway to start doing that in the mainline comics, right? So we had that, and I honestly like her as a Bat family member, especially because, they don't love to always give too much depth to these characters, but especially since she would be in line with Barbara or Jason, a victim of the Joker, right? We had Barbara and Harley, becoming friends or aware of each other. And
I love that.
In Heroes in Redacted, we don't like to talk about that one.
Wait,
and Heroes in Redacted. I'm not saying that last word. Yeah. Redacted and Redacted, where Wally West redacted's the redacted. Yeah. That one, Harley and Barbara become a little bit closer, but I like it because Harley should be allowed that growth, especially since she has become literally such a popular character. Thank you, Miss Margot Robbie. Thank you for that. That was that movie, despite its bad reputation, literally brought this woman into the pop culture zeitgeist completely. Thank you, Margot Robbie. One of the best castings in history.
I will say they give Harley, they do Harley justice in the show. They really do. They understand her character. They know who she is. They understand that her and the Joker's relationship is bad. I'm sorry. So many people are still on that train. And I'm they haven't been together for over 10 years. And if you're still shipping them,
it hasn't been.
There's something going on.
What was it? It was the New 52 separating them. Mm-hmm. They had not been together since then, and it's been 11 years.
Well, I don't know. When Harley had her solo series back in before the New 52, she was on her own and she created her own gang of Harleys, right? That's true. She was on her own. She was broken up from the Joker then. Now that being said, has she broken up and then got back together with him? Probably, yeah. But that's what's kind of cool about Harley is the normal cycle of comics narrative can be broken. Yeah. We can see Harley go on and have a relationship with Poison Ivy. We can see her explore that the hero side of herself, right? We see this with some other characters recently in comics, Jonathan Kent, for instance, where it's we can see Clark Kent settle down and have a family. But what ends up happening in the movies is they just recycle the whole. It's just the same
stuff, yeah.
So much better growth. There is so much growth, and I love to see it. That's why I want to see Jason.
I actually find
want
it
to
fascinating. Find it fascinating that both major depictions of Harley Quinn right now, the movies and the show, have had her start the arc where she is breaking up with the Joker. They're pushing her out of that. Probably because one, it's like, no, I mean, it's not fun to see somebody get abused. That's not fun.
No.
But two,
with the new Joker 2 sequel for sure is that they're gonna have it, and so many people are gonna romanticize their relationship.
Don't watch. It's Dimitri. Have you seen Taxi Driver?
Yeah, I think so. And
it's just Taxi Driver, just not as good. Yeah, it's just Taxi Driver, just not as good.
I didn't want to see it because I didn't feel like what's the point of the movie existing in the first place. I want to open it up to you two. Just an interesting thought is that like Joker is the incel poster boy, and I don't feel like he was the incel poster boy back in like the 90s Batman cartoon, but I feel like he
definitely wasn't.
Like sure he was in a toxic relationship with Harley Quinn, but like Joker was a little bit different. But then it started ending up like into this edgelord sort of incel territory.
It started as much as I love and champion the Dark Knight. It is people's lack of media literacy, and that's like. Not understanding, this performance is good does not equate to the character is a good person and aspirational. Does not equate, right?
Right.
That performance brought people into that mindset, and that's why we had that guy pew 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 up that theater in 2013.
In Aurora.
I'm sorry, 2012. Yeah.
God, that was so long ago.
And then the Joker movie and the Suicide Squad movie exacerbated the problem by a lot. So now these people are like, they think, I don't know, that's a character to be aspirational to be, yet the real character who is aspirational is Harley, because she's getting out of that, and she's like growing as a person, and she's being afforded that opportunity in multiple forms of media, which is very extremely rare. We rarely see this kind of permanent character growth, and it's such a popular story arc that it has been adapted multiple times now. Like this was adapted before Court of the Owls. Like that is nuts. So the fact that Harley's been afforded this character growth, and the fact that it's not only in it's staying, and it makes me happy because one, this show again, it's it's quite popular with like everybody. It's very, very well received. I love it. I highly regard this show. So the fact that this show is this good and then it's highly regarded and it's getting a season 4 makes me very excited for the future. I was so terrified. Oh my God. I was like, if there's one thing I could do with my little platform, it is talk about as many DC HBO Maxes as I can so they can come back. Young Justice, please, God.
You see how y'all feel about Titans is how I feel about Young Justice. Every season I get my hopes up and then
you're let down by Young Justice? Young Justice has been pretty, I mean, I know season 3 is a little bit of a dip in quality, but like tell me about it.
I hold Young Justice excuse me, let me backtrack. I can talk human language. I hold Young Justice in a very high regard. I really enjoy Young Justice. I enjoy the character. I enjoy the stories. I love the introduction of Artemis. I really wish they had brought her into the comics like they have with Calder by adapting it to Jackson, which also that's so weird. They should have just made it Calder. That's weird to me. But I feel like there is such a big disconnect between the season 1 and 2 and the season 3 and 4. And you can even see it in production value as well. Like you look at the production value as well. Like it's very obvious in the animation that corners were cut for costs. And I understand that, but it's becoming something where they're trying to make the world so big and they're trying to cater to all these like Easter eggs that you're not able to put focus on the characters that need focus. And I did enjoy season 4 because it brought us back to the original team. But I didn't feel a connection with Rocket. She was in there for like 2 episodes. So when she had her storyline, I'm like, I don't really care. And I want to care. But we saw so little of her. And again, we had all these huge storylines with big characters. And then it just felt they were forgotten about because they're trying to expand this world so much. But then they're trying to go after so many different plot points, and that's great. That's great. But it's just it's the case of too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many cooks in the kitchen right now. Really? And
I don't think it's cooks in the kitchen. I think it's too many toys in the toy box. If I'm gonna like have another like.
I definitely feel like with Young Justice season 4, I enjoyed it, but I definitely feel like the way they structured the season, it was very clear who our season main characters were. It was McGann, it was Superboy, it was Beast Boy. They were very much like the central focus for like character narrative and like the plot, and obviously like Superman getting caught up in that too. I definitely felt like during the particularly during the Zatanna, Rocket, and Nightwing arcs, that was not really about them. They were just the tools to drive the narrative. So I'm hoping if we do get a season 5, we get more Rocket, Nightwing, and Zatanna, especially because everyone wanted Nightwing, and then his arc was last.
They just need to bring back Wally. I'm sorry.
I don't want them to.
People,
I think they will.
They know that they will. They have to, because that's one of the main reasons why people wanted the show back so badly, because they wanted Wally to come back so bad.
I actually don't want them to bring back Wally because that death was so narratively important that bringing him back would feel cheap. And it's not something like the comics where we had like 23 or 26 years without Barry Allen. We had 19 years without Jason Todd. It's not something like where we had that much time. Narratively, especially nowadays when people are like, oh, I'm gonna go watch Young Justice. We don't have that. What was it, 2014 to 2000, like what was it, 18, 17 gap? It's just your boom, 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 boom. So I think narratively bringing back Wally would hurt the narrative.
I agree. But
that is my thing, but it's like they then pulled the Superboy shit. Like when the Superboy thing happened, I was like, that is insane. But then they did he's actually trapped. And I'm like, okay.
I think it worked better because they gave us a little bit of time without him. And then they were like, actually, but no. And it was the grand mystery of the season versus Wally's death in season 2. In season 3, they were basically like, he is dead.
Yeah.
Season 3, they were like, he is dead. He's dead. And then,
I enjoy that his death, though, still looms heavily over everybody.
Yeah.
I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. I just think if anyone's going to die, it's Barry Allen. Like, they should have killed Barry.
I do agree with that.
And then had Wally. It would have been such a cool story to see Wally grow into being the Flash.
Yeah.
It would have been. But it also wouldn't have hurt us as much.
And then Barry can stay dead.
I agree, but narratively, it would not have hurt us that much to see Barry die because F Barry. Guy. Yeah. But like Wally, it's just like everybody loves Wally.
Wait, what was that? What was that, Blue?
Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah. But Ezra Miller's not my Barry anyway, so like I don't care.
They're annoying.
But like Barry in the comics should have stayed dead. Barry in Young Justice should have died and stayed dead. Ezra Miller should never have been Barry. I'm cool with Barry if Barry as a character is in the movies, whatever. And then Barry the CW show. I grew up with the CW show. Like I like it, but it's fallen off. And I will salute Grant Gustin when it's over. Yeah, like when he leaves. Good job.
Shout out to him, Carrie. Him and Candace.
They have been there. They have been ride or dies. So I'm like, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all deserve it.
Him and Candace Patton.
Yeah.
They've dealt with so much.
Oh my God.
Right. So much.
Right. I have no disrespect towards him for my just not caring much about Barry. They didn't do a bad job. They did a great job given that I just think the writers take all of Wally's stories and give them to Barry. And that's and it's like, come on.
Lightning gave me abs. That still remains my favorite quote from season 1. Like the best quote. Lightning gave me abs. Yes, it did. Now, have the same thing happen to me right now, please.
Just strike me.
Strike me down.
So with Harley Quinn though, like, well, it's actually interesting you bring up Young Justice because I think Young Justice needs more spin-offs to actually play with each toy the way they should be played with. Harley Quinn, I don't think needs a spin-off, but I mean, last I heard they were gonna do one about the bar. About the with Kite Man.
Villain bar?
They were
my God. I love that.
I think they were gonna have Kite Man and Golden Glider run the bar. Remember Golden Glider's in this?
Yeah.
I love
in this season.
Her outfit was so cute.
Oh my God. And the healthy femininity between her and Ivy. Healthy exes.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. It's men have it, women have it, where we like, you know, have problems with our exes, and then our exes have significant others that we then have beef with or whatnot, right? And like I don't know, it's nice to see a healthy alternative there, right? Our exes' current significant others, if we like are still talking with our exes, they aren't our enemies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't have any ill will.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes our exes do hurt us on the way out or during the thing. And then, I mean, sure, things are complicated. Anyway, the point being is, Golden Glider was super cool. It was super cool to see Poison Ivy and Golden Glider. This is the first time I saw her and I was like, it looks like Golden Glider, but she has black hair. I don't know whether it is Golden Glider. And then it was Golden Glider, and then I'm like, oh.
Also, she looked like a woman of color, which is new.
She did.
Very new.
Yeah.
But she also ate down. Her fit was very cute. I was very
it was giving Fashion Week.
She was very cute. I was like, ugh. And then also you can tell this show has a lot of women in the show and like in the production because the way they write, the way they style, and the way they like take care of the characters is very like, I'm very like, there's a woman. Oh, and then especially because I know there's probably black women involved when Selena had that line where she was like talking about the sheets on Bruce's bed. I screamed. And then when she also talked about you're only giving me this award because I'm black. Black Manta's been here so long, and then Joker goes, Black Manta's black?
That was so good. Literally one of the best moments. Every single time Selena comes on screen. I love too that they said that she and Ivy were exes. I loved that. I loved that so much. Yeah. I loved that because I thought about it before. Like I remember when she went to her bridal party and everything. I'm like, it's giving a little fruit cocktail, and then they confirmed it. And then they confirmed it. Yeah.
I remember Ben posted a TikTok about Music Meister being black.
I was very happy about that. That was amazing. And it was Zach from Abbott Elementary. I was so happy.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was Zach not Zach Fox, the character Zach. It was Zach. Yes. Oh my God, what's the white guy's name? No. Wait, the white guy in Abbott Elementary. I cannot think of his Jacob. Guy? Oh my God. Oh, okay. Jacob's boyfriend, Zach. It was him from Abbott. As
black. Actually, it's pronounced Zach.
Zach. I love that. Stream Abbott Elementary. It's on Hulu right now.
It's
so good.
New season started, so
season started. Yes, that first episode made me cry.
I want to refer to some comments out there because I see you guys out there being really cool in the comments and dropping some shit. Even some of the animated shows did Bane dirty too.
Absolutely.
That's from Skilled Baritone 17. But then Midnight Shadow says Young Justice made him Latino and actually had him control Santa Prisca.
Yes.
I loved.
That rarely happens.
Season 1, when Megan's trying to get into his brain, and she's like, he's reciting football game scores in Espanol. I'm like, petty Latin people shit. I'm like, that's on my bullshit. That is some bullshit I would do too. Just like keep the swear words going. Keep the swear words going. You cannot get past. You cannot get it past. Okay. That was so good.
Midnight Shadow says, I love Harley with Bat Fan. The Skilled Baritone 17 says, I've always thought of Harley as more of an honorary Bat Fan, mostly because she has history with all of them. Yeah, I mean, she, like, don't trust her with Bruce Wayne's secret identity, even though in this show.
Absolutely not.
Even though in this show they did. In the comics, please don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. In the comics, she's not in her own book, but in other books where writers are like, oh, it's Harley, LOL, random, LOL, Rarx, D, Harley.
Right.
Other writers can't get a grip on her, which is a little unfortunate because, like, there's literally a 3-season show that has showed you how you can portray Harley Quinn excellently.
Right.
But I do like her in the Bat Fam, especially because it's another person who has a gun, who's like, okay, that's you, dude, but not me.
Yeah.
And I like that at the end of season 3, she even said, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this my way. And I'm like, Anti-hero supreme. I love
this
it.
This is why I hope they introduce Helena Bertinelli, Brown Helena Bertinelli,
Yes.
and Little Miss Dinah.
Latina. That woman is Latina coded, and you can put a gun to my head. She is Latina coded.
I thought she was black. I thought Helena was black.
I feel like she's Latina.
Wait,
she could be mixed though.
Who we're talking?
Huntress.
Helena.
Oh, okay.
Huntress. I thought. In the New 52, I think they made her black.
Yeah, well, because she's like dark
biracial.
Sicilian.
Biracial. Well,
because she's
dark Sicilian,
you know,
dark Sicilian with 4C hair,
right?
With 4C hair, black features.
By the way, might I add that the reason I like Catwoman being a person of color, a woman of color, is that I don't think I can sympathize with a rich white girl going around robbing people.
No, I cannot. No.
What is this, the bling ring?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's why I like Catwoman is rich in this show, but she probably stole all that shit, sold it, and worked her way up to get that rich. Like, I love that for her.
She chases the bag.
She chases the bag. She's a bad bitch. I hope we get Brown Helena, and I hope we get Black Canary. Black Canary, I feel either or. She can be Journey Smollett, or she can be.
I want her Journey Smollett.
I want her Journey Smollett just because the blonde locks are absurd. The blonde locks were amazing. I
was a little hot and heavy when the Birds of Prey movie came out, and Dinah was there with her. I was like,
I'm a big Journey Smollett fan. I make a rule that I don't get like women's faces on t-shirts. That's just kind of not me. That being said, I have a t-shirt that has Black Canary's like album. Like it's like an album cover. And it has Journey Smollett's face on it.
Her cover of Man's World.
It's a Man's World.
Whenever I'm like feeling myself, I play it all the time. A
little upset she didn't have any. Her and Huntress did not have any action figures from that movie. That upset me a little bit. Harley got some, but it's Harley. You know, she's the main character. She was gonna get something, but I do hope we get a Birds of Prey in this show. And if we do get a Birds of Prey, do not include silly girls Cassandra. I would like assassin Cassandra, but I think it's still too early for Cassandra because Barbara was just introduced.
No. This is how I would do it in a season 4. I would have a kid Cassandra the same age as Damian. Give him a rivalry. Yes. Give him a rivalry.
Cool. I would love that.
You know what? That would be cool because when Cassandra's introduced, she's introduced with Tim and they get along. They are totally cool. But a rivalry with Damian because Damian feels insecure because there's another ninja on the team.
Also, dare we have a scene where they're both eating with chopsticks, right? They're both eating with chopsticks and they start doing like tricks and like throwing them and trying to outdo each other.
Yeah, because Damien's also Chinese as well, I'm pretty sure. He's Asian Arab.
Yeah.
Because both Talia and Raish are Asian Arab too.
My favorite Wasian, Damian Wayne. Love you, Damian. Love you, Damian.
I want Jason Todd. I want Jason Todd so bad. Jason Todd is one of my favorite characters. I think he's fantastic. I think him and Harley get along so well. I think again, they're both in that anti-hero kind of phase. I think it'd be really cool if they introduced him, even if it was for just an episode, and Harley and him had a discussion about being a hero in the ways that you want to be. They have very similar moral stand grounds about violence, about how they want to go about heroing. And so I feel like to have them introduced together, I don't want it to be in a way where he's like teaching her how, but I would love for them to have like a conversation about it. I would also love it if like she even acknowledged like I was there when he KO'd you. I'm sorry about that because that's been confirmed.
You know what could be interesting is if Bruce Wayne's little experiment had one person who was fully successul in that. And his name rhymes with Schmation Schmwad.
Harley's gonna have a new patient?
That would be very interesting if Bruce had one successful person do this little experiment with the GOAT, the funniest character on the show, Frank. And it was Jason who's revived. And now Jason has to like deal with that. Also, white streak, please. White streak. White streak.
If there's any character that should be white, Jason. I personally think Jason should be white.
Jason is white. I love him, but he's my token white man.
That is
He is
that
a token white
no
boy.
person of color is allowed to have that much rage in fiction. So yeah, that's a white.
His body, I don't know if y'all have seen this one variant cover for the series Robins.
Yes,
he has his autopsy scars, and then he's like ripped, and he has scars all over his bodies, and he has like the white streak. I was like, holy mother of good Lord Jesus. Oh my God.
Your taste scares me.
Listen, Jason Todd is for the girls with issues. It is for the girls with severe issues, okay? It is for the girlies who clearly need help. It's a good thing my dad's a therapist, so.
There are people out there that get the autopsy scars, like, actually on them in real life, right? Like,
yeah, no, that happens.
The scarification kind of aesthetic.
Yeah. I love when they acknowledge that. I love when they give him those stars because it's such a strong, like, again, it's like a huge part. They need to include them. Like, yeah, that's my tea. That's my tea, sis. I love also that they make him the bigger Robin. Like, he's the biggest and strongest out of all the Robins. So I love when they make him super buff and everything. Sorry, I'm like thirsting in the chat now.
You are. I mean, you are. The skilled baritone 17 says the autopsy scars cry, like not crying face, but like obviously frustrated face. Yeah. Midnight Shadow 88. I love that variant cover and him in the Red Hood Outlaws webtoon.
Oh, I love that.
Oh yeah, I need to read that.
I only read like the first one and it was really good. It was really good.
As soon as Wayne Family Adventures ended, I like dropped off despite the fact I was like in the middle of Vixen and I had started Zatanna's and then I still haven't really started.
Do they have webtoons?
Yeah, Vixen and Zatanna, despite the fact that they announced them. People seem to have forgotten about them, but yes, they announced them. I started reading. I'm in the middle of Vixen. Like I'm very behind, but I'm in the middle, which I'm really enjoying. Actually, it's like
I prefer this to what's it called to like the modernization one that was like the modernization novels. I don't know. Those what's the one? Those Starfire's My Mom. All high schoolers and everything, and they're like they're like in like esque outfits and they have their powers, but they don't. I don't know. I'm not for it.
Like young adult.
Yeah,
things, right?
Those ones are like corny. Yeah, but like the webtoons kind of like help shine lights on like characters. Well, I mean, obviously, you start with Batman. You got to start with Batman. That's the guy. The whole family, though, everyone knows him. Everyone knows him except for this guy right here, my guy, my voice signal.
Yeah.
Duke Thomas agenda has come back. Listen. If there's a character I want on Harley Quinn, give me the We Are Robin gang. Give me Duke Thomas.
Dang right. Oh my God.
And if we don't get into Harley Quinn, stream Young Justice so we can get Duke Thomas and Young Justice because we basically have everyone except for. We have everyone in the Bat family except for.
Yeah, Damien's a baby, so technically we do have him.
Yeah.
I think if I was writing season 4, just one episode for a like a Bat family mixer. So because they're introducing Harley to the Bat family, right? They're like, okay, you get this membership card, right? Here are your perks, right? Like it'll get you 10% off at the what's the burger place called?
Bat Burger.
What's it?
Or the one in the comics or the one in the show?
One in the well,
Big Belly?
Big Belly Burger. Yeah.
Big Belly Burger.
What do they have in the show?
They have that little diner that they go to. The one like when Poison Ivy took over the city, that was the only place that was not
She's
covered.
Like, don't touch it. That and the Jazz Festival, which I love.
Yeah. I would have like a Bat mixer where like everybody comes back like together. So like you'll see Duke, you'll see Cassandra Cain, you'll see Luke Fox, right? Like you'll see a bunch of like random people.
Oh shit! Wait, have we seen the Foxes in the show at all?
No.
Oh. Wow, it just dawned on me.
Yeah, maybe we see Kate Kane
too. So
I would love Batwoman in the show.
Yeah,
Batwoman would be great.
Yeah, maybe we see Betty Kane.
Oh,
as Flamebird, as Flamebird,
like we see these cameos, right? Like it'd be cool just for an episode, and then Harley meets everybody, and then they go their separate ways, and maybe we don't see most of them at all ever.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Oh, Batmite could show up.
Please, I would love that.
I mean? Like
he would
crash that. He would crash that.
I would love if they have Batmite show up. I would love if they had another Brave and the Bold voice casting like they did with Batman in the show. It is Diedrich Bader. I think it's Paul Rubin. I think it's Pee Wee Herman who's Batmite in Brave and the Bold. Bring him back and make can have a little meta commentary. This show has meta commentary. Why not? You know, have a little bit of that. Have a little bit of that.
I would love Kevin Conroy to be in an episode. He will always be my Batman. I associate him with Batman. He is my Batman. I think he's the best Batman actor. I would love it if he was in the show, even if it was just as a side character. They're like, oh, Kevin Conroy. You know?
They could continue the tradition. They could make him Grey Ghost.
Oh, instead of Adam West.
True.
They could also do one where like Bruce, like somebody wants to do a Bruce Wayne, or not a Bruce Wayne, a Batman movie in that universe.
And they cast him.
And they cast Kevin Conroy to voice or to play even. They're like, oh, what actor do you have? We have actor Kevin Conroy playing Batman.
They do such a good job. So I would love that. Yeah. I absolutely would love that. I'm so excited for season 4. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
You know.
I am too.
Yeah.
I think
we got who is Nemu or who is Nemu?
Nemo.
Hi Blue.
That is one of my closest friends. He's one of my closest friends. So hi Nemo. I adore you. I cannot wait to watch House of the Dragons with you tomorrow.
Do you guys see yourself as any characters in Harley Quinn?
No. I never project on the fictional characters like that.
I project on fictional characters, but I don't feel like either of them. Feel like they're love child a lot of days of Harley and Ivy's love child. But yeah, no, I've never. The closest character in comics I relate to is Rogue, probably.
Okay.
Rogue is probably the closest one I relate to, like on a fundamental level. For sure. Yeah, love Rogue. She's like one of my few Funko Pops I have. So.
On a background level, probably Miles Morales.
Damn right. Do it.
Listen, I love Miles down actually. But probably my favorite characters are literally all in this show, minus Duke Thomas. Like literally Dick, Barbara, fucking Batman, Harley, Damian. They're all here. Except we're missing some heavy hitters in the Bat family actually. And
who we're missing?
We're missing Tim. We're missing Steph. There's no Tim. There's no Steph. Obviously Jason is not here. No Lucius yet. Yeah. We have Alfred. No Huntress. No Batwoman. So we're missing some core people actually. But
I think Dimitri, your idea about like a Bat family mixer would be
good.
Yeah. Send that to Warner Brothers right now. We have an episode for you guys.
I would love to write for TV. That's like my goal, right? And so it's even better if I get to write for some sort of superhero related TV. That's like ultimate goal, right? But like, we'll see how that works. But they changed the showrunner. Did you know that for this for season 4? So
I didn't know that.
That's what happened. That's the only
interesting.
That's the only upset that happened with HBO Max's shakeup. Is that I don't think it's Ryan Halpern anymore. It's a woman though. I forget who it is.
We'll see what happens. I'll be definitely very interested to see what is happening.
Wait, I'm looking this up because
Sarah Peters will be taking over for Patrick Schumacher and Justin Halpern for season 4. But she is a writer for the previous seasons. So
okay. Then we're safe.
I feel like we have a safety net.
Then we're safe because it's somebody who's already been here.
Who's already involved in the show. It's not like an entirely new person.
She wrote. Okay, so according to this article from Entertainment Weekly. Sarah Peters will step up as executive producer and showrunner for season 4, taking over for Justin Halpern and Patrick Schumacher. And I say Schumacher because it's spelled different than Schumacher, so I figure, I don't know. But Harley Quinn fans shouldn't be alarmed, though. Peters has already written some of the show's best episodes, like season 2 Bachelorette episode.
I love that one.
And the season 3 premiere.
Oh, okay, we're safe.
We're safe.
We're safe. I wonder why they stepped down. I wonder if they were fired or they just had another project.
I mean, it could be either one, but also like 3 years on an animated show, like even Seth MacFarlane has like stepped back from Family Guy, right?
No, not just 3 years. It would be when the show started, and then in between production, and then the COVID between production, because season 3 had a hellish production because of COVID.
I understand being exhausted from that. Yeah.
When did season 1 of Harley Quinn come out?
On DC Universe in like 2017, 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
No, 2019.
Oh, 2019. Okay.
Yeah, so it has been 3 years. But if you include production, if you include production, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first episode came out November 29th, 2019.
Oh, you know what? It has been because you know what? Season 1 and 2 aired back to back. Because it was literally 2 months.
Then it's even more. That's even more. They spent even more time working on it before. They probably spent like 2 years.
Because I remember it was literally it was the end of February is when season 1 wrapped, and then 2 months later, not even a month and like a week later, season 2 came out.
When did DC Universe fall apart?
After
they started
we need to have a whole
over to HBO Max.
We need to have a whole like separate video about that. That's gonna end. We're gonna be here for like 2 hours if we do that. Oh my god.
DC Universe to HBO Max. I mean, we got time right now, but I do want to shout out that your like #1 fan, Who is Nemo, is just like Who is Nemo says Blue is definitely Ivy and Harley put together. And then Blue says, or not Blue, Nemo says, fun fact, Kevin Feige offered me the role as Miles Morales. Uh-oh, Ben. You got competition.
I'm too old and light to be Miles.
Listen.
Too old and light.
Listen. Oh my god.
And then Nemo says, can we petition for Blue to play a young Jen Walters?
Everybody says I look like her. I don't see it, but I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's the hair a little bit.
I can see it. I can see it.
Oh.
I can see it.
It actually makes me feel like so sweet. I love that. I really enjoy She-Hulk. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people don't like it, I think it's fun.
No, I like it. In fact, I think it's shaping up writing wise to be the most TV of the Marvel shows, right? Like,
I could get a few seasons of this show.
Genre. Yeah, I would love to see this show and Miss Marvel continue. All the other Marvel shows, they can just kind of go to the movies and you're fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately, that is not the case. There's certain shows that are getting There's a certain show that is getting a season 2 that I am mad about. Yes, I didn't want to say the name.
I didn't want a season 2 of Loki either. I have so many complaints about the show. So many complaints.
But you know what?
An entire other episode.
But you know what else is getting another show that I'm happy about? Another season is Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn is fucking great. I love this show.
And Moon Knight. I'm so excited for season 2 of Moon Knight.
Is Moon Knight getting a season 2?
Yeah. It's confirmed.
Okay.
They were filming. They were filming in a town, and I remember the name, but I can't right now.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna zip it on that one. Harley Quinn, I'm really excited about.
So
Harley Quinn, I'm really excited about.
I want to talk about Bruce Wayne, and as he like in this season or at the end of the season, it's tax fraud. What is it?
That's hilarious, actually.
I love that. I thought it was hilarious. I think that is perfect.
That is really funny. Because for me, I'm a staunch Bruce defender of like, Bruce uses his wealth to help Gotham all the time. And this show was like, actually, no, that's really funny though. Because they did it. He is already having a time and a half, and then they do it at the premiere of his dad's horrible trauma movie.
And Joker's like, this is a sting. I'm like, because you think that Joker's about to everybody, but he's like, no, this is for the 1%.
Yeah.
Socialist Joker. I love it.
Also, Harley moving on from I hate the Joker, I want to kill him, to I don't want to kill him. Interesting development for me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And healthy development. It's giving you understand this person hurt you. You've healed from your trauma. You no longer wish them ill will because they are so far from your mind.
They're so far from your mind, and they've literally changed so much.
Yeah, I think Joker, legitimately, sincerely working on himself is the biggest deal. Because he didn't kill Two-Face, remember? Like,
no, he did not.
Two-Face takes Benicio. By the way, his kids are so cute. Benicio and what's the girl's name? I forget. They didn't focus much on the girl.
I love them both, though. I think they're so cute. Again, highlights how much they care about the family. They really do.
Oh, and then man, there's such funny moments. Sorry, Joker and Benicio are stuck on the roller coaster, and Commissioner Gordon is like, he's gonna play hero. He jumps out there. Is that Superman?
A white man who is integrating himself into his wife's culture respectfully, and he's trying to be a good figure for these children, and encouraging them to embrace their culture and to not erase that side of them. What a man. Yeah. What a white man.
Yeah.
What a white man.
Joker does that, and then Commissioner Gordon's like, I didn't even give up drinking for my family. Well, I did, but then I got back into it. But I think I'm better.
It's like, Joker's just like,
it was so funny when
standing emoji. It's like, what?
It was so funny when Barbara was like, "Is it me or is it your campaign?" And then he just kind of looks at her. And poor Barbara. Literally, I do love this characterization of Barbara because she's like such she's just like a go-getter. She's just like, I'm about my shit, you know, and I'm gonna go do it. And like, I love the fact that she like is trying to be friends with Harley, and Harley was like, I don't want to be your friend because if I be your friend, that means I'm a hero now, and if I'm a hero, that means I'm not exactly who I thought I was. And I just love that.
She's sad about it. It's so cute. I love it. Again, cannot wait for the next season. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I think the greater there's a kind of greater story being told that like helping others helps yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we see this with Poison Ivy not deciding to like just kill everybody. You know.
I also would like to point out, this is something I've said forever. It's just a person, but sitcoms are the best way to tell stories sometimes, because when you have that break of the jokes, when you have that break of the levity, when you get serious, it matters so much more than in a drama, because a drama is always drama, and then you have the humor to break up that levity. But the seriousness of in sitcoms really helps. Some of the best sitcom episodes are always the serious ones. When Will gets shot in Fresh Prince, when Will's dad again in Fresh Prince, some of the best episodes, right? When in The Office, when they're, you know, having the realization that they might lose their jobs, Michael's like, okay, let's have a fucking whodunit. Let's have a whodunit murder mystery party, right? You know, when you have those moments of tension in sitcoms, it helps push the story along so much better. So in this show, they have mastered the use of seriousness and tension, and characters having to have tough talks and having to have those tough moments with themselves. They've mastered it. It is masterful in this show. The show is like a fucking writing class. Like, watch this show and you're learning all this.
Show.
Yeah,
it truly
is so good. And the fact that we have, the last time I saw a relationship depicted this healthy was Suki and Sokka and freaking The Last Airbender. Okay, that was the last time I saw a relationship this healthy. And the fact that Harley and Ivy like just talk, like they just talk. They're like, I'm having these insecurities. I'm having these fears. I'm having these moments of self-doubt. Yeah. I don't want to not what you want. I don't want to not want what you want. And them just being able to just talk that through. And our season finale, the big culmination of the season finale for our main characters is just a conversation.
Yeah. I was afraid they were going to break up. I was afraid.
Give them their 10s. Give them their Emmys.
Oh, literally. The fact that this show hasn't won an Emmy, has it?
I don't think so.
It needs to win an Emmy. It really does. Animation is slept on.
Animation Titans, is slept on. Adult animation is slept on, right? Like,
if Titans wins an Emmy before this show, I will burn the Academy to the ground.
Titans will.
That is a joke.
Win an Emmy. I mean,
they could win for costuming. Suicide Squad Emmy, Oscar award-winning Suicide Squad 2016 is one for costuming. So let's not forget that. They deserve it.
The costumes on Suicide Squad were great.
I know, but I'm saying.
Compared to Star Trek, though, Star Trek Discovery with
are we talking about the Suicide Squad?
No, Suicide Squad, the first one.
Oh, never mind. No,
The first
costumes
one,
on that
yeah.
one. I was talking about the
Oscar
Suicide Squad.
award-winning Suicide Squad, directed by David Ayer.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Suicide Squad.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the OG.
Yeah.
The OG.
Any
The booty
So-
short Suicide Squad.
any costuming that takes it away from the stereotypical male gaze and puts Harley in an outfit that looks like Harley would choose her own outfit instead of having the Joker choose her outfit, that's a good costuming choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm actually hoping she gets an upgrade the next season because I love her design in this show because it's like an amalgamation of all the best parts. But I'm hoping because Ivy got like an upgrade. Ivy got her like typical like Poison Ivy fit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Harley gets an upgrade too. I'm hoping Harley gets.
That'd be cool.
I hope she gets the.
I want the Birds of Prey overalls.
That'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
cool for sure.
Did Ben cut out?
His phone may have died.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may actually have to head out soon, unfortunately, just because my dad is messaging me
Yeah.
repeatedly. So I may have to head out soon.
Not I froze. Not
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ben
I
froze.
froze.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna
I
say
was hoping-
Harley's overalls. That's what I said. The one from Birds of Prey.
I'm hoping she gets the jacket and the pleather leggings. I'm hoping for that. The jacket with the
That'd be cute. That'd
The
be cute.
armor
That's
in the
one of my
middle?
favorite. No, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
from
love
yeah.
the
that.
Suicide Squad?
yeah, the one from that one, which was basically her like Injustice 2 costume.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping she gets that one because
That would be
I don't
really
know, it's cute and effective and still keeps the red and black, and then the little
Yeah.
blue. Also, one thing I want to point out though, when Harley adds the blue and pink to her hair and her eyes, I feel like that's like her that's like her first independent like move, right?
Oh,
Right.
So-
absolutely.
I feel like keeping that, but then also having her in the red and black like fit for her like just her fit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful, wonderful. Let's
Yeah.
keep that going. Let's keep that going.
I cannot. I can't wait for more. I really can't. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
gonna do such a good job.
There's also King Shark just being super. It's all his storylines are super sad. He eats his brothers. He killed his brother
Oh my
with
god!
Ocean
It's like he's
Master's
very
helmet.
casually sad too. It's not like intensely sad, but it's like, oh,
Well, he
Okay.
like held his brother, right? He stabbed his brother through with a helmet.
Yeah.
that was
King Shark is such a great character.
Yeah.
I love him
him.
because he's also I love that him and Clayface are like just are relegated to B plots, but they like are okay with being the B plots.
With
Like they just like get their episodes to shine. I love that.
I feel it's because the characters know that they're the main characters in their own storylines. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
And I think that's important.
I don't know. They have a great ensemble cast. They're able to do everything so incredibly in the show. I will die on a hill. This is probably one of the best DC properties that has ever been adapted. One
I
of
don't
the
think
best,
I don't think
absolutely.
if anyone fights you on that, they're just wrong.
Yeah.
No,
I
wrong.
I
They're just
would
wrong.
say it would be cool if we had a version of Punchline introduced who is like everything
That'd be-
Harley
that-
everything Harley is like against now and has grew out of, and even the Joker is like has grown out of. I would like for that. That would be interesting.
Interesting.
I would love to see Punchline be her independent like villain and try
Yeah.
to seduce the Joker who is in a relationship and him like,
Yeah.
oh no, ooh, gross.
So
That'd
so
be so
she's-
funny.
so she's not only motivated by the fact that she got rejected, but she's motivated by the fact that she is just like kind of evil. Because
Yeah.
Punchline's character herself, she's just like evil,
She's
right?
evil,
Like
yeah.
she just wanted to be evil. She was like, I like the Joker and I incel online community that I'm a part of. And she's just evil, right? So
Yeah.
I would like for her to
Respectfully.
just be evil, right? Just be evil. And Harley's like, no, I know where you've been, girl. Like you can grow past that. And she's like, no. I'm not the Joker's sidekick. The Joker is the mayor. I'm just doing this because I want to,
Right.
not because anyone forced me to. And she was just like, oh, I would like that.
Can you imagine though the Joker like turning away her advances?
Funny. That would be
Yes.
so funny. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I do have to hop
Yeah,
off
for
because
sure.
I'm getting spam calls right now.
Yeah.
But
Tell us where we
Ben,
can find
I
you
loved
online.
meeting you. You guys can find me on Instagram and on TikTok under Crybaby Blue, no E on the blue, and an I on instead of a Y. It was incredible to meet you, Ben.
Mhm.
As always, Keeg, Dimitri, love being on your show. Yeah. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. I'll see y'all. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing the weird split right now. The way this works. But as we close up, at least we can finish up the audio part. But Ben, thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can we find you online? What do you got coming up?
You can find me online at BTArtist98 on every platform, baby. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm there. I'm posting. What do I have coming up? I'm on the flip side with Amazing Nikendra, Tyler Makes Films. And then in our current session, it is also All Day Show, Ellie. So we are going to be doing that. That should be coming out soon. I don't exactly know when, but soon they'll probably tell me when it's like up and running, our session. We will be doing, we've already filmed the first part. We've yet to film the second part. The second and third part we're going to do all at once, but that should be coming out soon. What else? I've been posting consistently. Last time you saw me, I was not posting consistently. This time I've been posting consistently. Keep things up.
I get it.
It is, and it's always tough when shows start to overlap. So like people who do the whole media thing, like you who talks about everything, like comics, books, your comic TV shows, movies, all that. But then people who do, and then there's also the people who are insane, like Justice, like Jay Likes Comics, who does that, and then also talks about Game of Thrones and all these other things. It's like, yo, that is a lot. So for me, it was just like, I have 2 shows to be watching right now, She-Hulk and Harley Quinn. But you guys are doing like shows, movies, comics, everything.
There are shows I watch that I don't even talk about. Like, I don't know if I told you, like I watch Grownish. Like,
I think you brought up Greenwich before.
Yeah, but like I never get to talk about it because it's not part of the thing. Like I watch a lot, like Abbott Elementary. I'm watching with my mom.
love Abbott.
You know,
but for me, it's like it's also having those things where it's like, okay, I have this for myself. I might talk about it like in a story. Now TikTok is a story feature, so that's really convenient. But it's very nice to have certain shows that you just have close to the chest.
You do too much. You do too much, man. It's tough. It's tough to balance all this stuff. People out there, they don't realize like it's weird. It seems fun, but there's work.
It's work, and a lot of it, which you guys will be shocked to find out, is unpaid. You are basically working a full-time job, a lot of the time for free. You are just doing this to hopefully get a shot at an advertisement, hopefully get a shot at a brand deal, hopefully. But if that's your main goal, obviously that's an issue. But like you're really just doing it, but you're also like hoping to at least get something out of it, you know. So I'm just posting. I have a few more videos in the drafts. I think I texted myself a video idea not too long ago that I want to film. But I've been posting. It's been weird. I'm consistent again. This is so odd. At least 1 to 3 a day. 1 to 3 a day. I haven't been that way since a long time. So it's very nice.
The most I've done consistently was like 2 a day. I was on a 2 a day grind, and now I'm not even doing 1 a day. So I need to film some stuff tonight and like save it in drafts. But like I got a full-time job now, but like even today I got my but it's that's why like things have been a little iffish, but I'm trying to keep the podcast and live streams keeping going. But like even today I've already put in 6 hours of Keeg work on my day off. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you, because when it's your day off of work, it's like, this is my day to make content. Yeah. But content is work. And like I said, y'all, a lot of the times unpaid. Yeah. A lot of the time.
Yeah. But I'm happy that you took time out of your night to come on here.
I'm honored. Because last time you asked me, I couldn't, because I had, what the fuck was I doing? I had one of my 2 D&D sessions.
You just made up some shit.
No. I had one of my two D&D sessions. I can't remember what day it was, because it was either the flip side with all them, or it was my IRL friends D&D sessions, which we're taking a break from because our DM is going on vacation. So have fun on vacation, Nico. But I've just been a fucking busy boy. I've had some things going on. Where I've just been a busy boy, which is like work and life.
You doing anything for Halloween stuff?
Not that I know of.
I need to try to find some parties, because like I finally want to get out there and just like not finally want to get out there, but like get out there more, you know. and like do more social stuff because I'm trying
What
to
day?
give myself that leeway.
What day is Halloween? Like, what weekday is that?
I mean, I don't know, 31st, but
Monday. I'll be at work in the morning. I'll be at work. Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's gonna party on
Monday night.
Monday. But I mean, you're gonna have that whole weekend of parties. That's Halloween.
I promise you, I will probably not be going to any parties. It's been very like low key. I really just hang out with like my friends who I work with, and we like will go after a shift to like maybe see a movie or get food or like do something fun.
Yeah.
But I haven't been like around a big group of people in a long time.
Make a costume, man.
That's so much work.
Do a costume. Just buy a costume and buy it. Just
I haven't. Oh, this is gonna sound really lame. I have not really celebrated Halloween. Like we went to a party last year, but I haven't really. Other than that, I haven't really celebrated Halloween since like 2016. Not because I dislike Halloween or anything. Yeah. It's just so much effort.
It's my favorite holiday.
I just like I don't know. I just like buy myself Kit Kats and call it an evening.
What state are you in?
I'm in Illinois, not a bum part of Illinois. I'm by Chicago. Okay. The fact I called it a bum part of Illinois.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Do I take it back? No, because what part of Illinois is relevant besides Chicago? Springfield?
I mean, whatever. I mean, you could be making up names for places other than Chicago. I don't know anything. So
yeah, no, there's nothing important outside of this.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Come out to California, man. Because Justice moved.
Once you stop recording, I can say some things that I can't say.
All right, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you, Ben, so much for coming on. Thank
you for having me.
Yeah.
I have Storm right here.
Thank you to Blue out there, who was on here earlier. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody out there who've been listening, who've been watching. If you're watching us live stream, it was twitch.tv/The Keeg Show, youtube.com/The Keeg Show. If you're listening to our podcast, and if you want to check out previous episodes of any of our shows here at The Keeg, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio. That's where we got our podcasts. And if you want to follow our social media, obviously follow Ben, follow Blue, at their social medias. But if you want to follow The Keeg, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Keeg Show. Pretty much everywhere on social media at The Keeg Show. Twitch.tv, youtube.com/The Keeg Show. All that good stuff. We're also on Facebook, also on Twitter. But Instagram and TikTok are our big social media. So definitely follow us there and check out the other shows that we have to offer. We got the Keeg Talks like we have today right now every other week. But we also got the Andor after show. We got the She-Hulk after show. We got Comic Talk every Thursday, so we got a lot going on. So definitely check us out. And wherever you guys are listening to us, watching us, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, write a review, show us you're out there. Tell us what you want. If you got any ideas for what we should go over on next episodes, let us know. The next Keeg Talks is Werewolf by Night. Because for those of you who don't know, the MCU is doing Halloween specials and Christmas specials, or like holiday specials now. So Werewolf by Night is their Halloween special, and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is their December one on Disney+. So Werewolf by Night, we're going to be talking about that in 2 weeks from now. So definitely stay tuned. It's gonna be cool. So other than that, thank you guys so much for coming out. Ben, Blue, for being on here. Thank you everybody out there for watching. I'm your host, Dimitri Pereira, and this has been another episode of the Keeg Talks. This time talking about Harley Quinn season 3. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Super strong or super fast. Gotta beat the